Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Rebecca Rockson.
And I'm Dele Rockson.
And this week we have a very special episode for you.
That's right, we're going to play a game called the Shoe Game. Basically, just see how well we know each other. We normally see this around weddings. But we have a bunch of questions. We're going to answer the first question. Now, describe your spouse on your first date. Good luck.
Me?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay. Describe you on my first date. Our first official date?
Yeah, first official date.
So our first official date was fairly into us hanging out. So we went to Robin Alexander's, which is downtown in Lynchburg, Virginia. Pretty standard first date. I mean, we'd already hung out plenty. He took me out on our first official.
I pay the bills, which is the normal thing to do, right? You know, I mean, well, on the first date, you have to pay the bill. The guy. So guys out there, make sure you do pay the bills on the first date. Sorry, interrupted. Yes, you were saying.
Yes, yeah. He did. He took me out, and he did pay for dinner. It was awesome.
We had dessert. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what we had. It was brunch, I think, right?
It was brunch. Yeah, it was brunch.
And I did some kind of a brunch something, and it was delicious. I do remember that.
Yeah. I think she was very nervous though on the first date. Yeah. I think she wasn't used to guys taking her out on dates, especially. So she was like, "Wow, this guy's actually taking me out on a date. You know, he's gonna pick me up." And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" All that stuff. Anyways, next question. So, how did you meet your spouse? That's a good question. We met back in 2009, college years, and I remember seeing her like outside my dorm or something like that. She didn't pay attention to me because she didn't see me because I saw her from a distance. And I'll notice I was not creeping. I saw her outside the dorm, and ever since then I saw her a couple more times, and yeah, but she never really said hi to me. She just thought I was just those random guys out there. So, pretty much, yeah, that's it. Oh, I will tell you this, guys. Though I used to write on a wall
on Facebook.
On Facebook, on her birthday for the past 5 years, and she never responded. She just liked my post. Yeah, and I have proof. It's gonna come up on the screen right here. See that? Right here, and right here. Just saying. All right. So next question. Okay, what did your spouse think about you after your first date? Yeah. What did you think about me after your first date? Best guy in the world.
So as he said before, we met and never really hung out. I didn't think bad of you. I just didn't really think anything.
Yeah. That's even worse.
No, it's not worse. So I just kind of, I knew who he was, and that was kind of the extent of that. The first time we hung out, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this guy is nothing like what I expected him to be like. Not that I had any preconceptions, but I just didn't know. I didn't really expect much, or not much. I was explaining this so bad. I didn't really expect anything. So the first time we hung out, I just remember thinking, wow, this guy is nice. I'm so surprised that he's nice. And after that, it was a done deal. I was like, I can absolutely get to know this guy. He is actually nice. That was the main thing that I remember thinking after we hung out for the first time.
Yeah, when I met you, what did I think about you after the first date? I was like, wow. You know, I used to think that she was just one of those pretty girls who didn't socialize with anyone. But then I hung out with her. I was like, she actually has a nice heart. So I was like, I think I'm sold. I'm going to move on to date 2 and see what she says. So yeah. So I thought great things about you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, what was it about your spouse that made you realize she was the one? Whew. That's a good question. I'm gonna think about this for a second. Yeah, what was about the one?
To continue on to what I had just said, read it again.
What made you think that I was the one?
Okay. So for me, the one was never that. It's not an awe-inspiring moment of lightning struck, and I just knew, and the one. No, life is not like that for me. I knew he was the one because I decided. Took a lot of prayer and consideration, and I knew that I was committed to him, and I knew that he was committed to me, and I knew that, generally speaking, he's got all the qualities of somebody that I'm looking for.
This is great news. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a leader, a provider, a nice person, and yeah, I admire many qualities about you.
Thank you. What made me think she was the one? Well, let's see. I think it was after the first time we hung out. I mean, I was at the point in my life where I was like, I don't really care about dating anymore. I'm getting older. Might as well just be a single guy for the rest of my life. Then I decided to take a chance with her, and I was like, wow, okay. Disregarding everything I said in the past, I was like, I think I'm willing to take this risk to actually keep on dating and see where this goes. And I was like, she's so much fun. She got me out of my comfort zone. See, everyone who knows me, I'm the type of guy who likes to go by a certain plan. This is what I'm going to do today. This is what I'm going to do this weekend. Same. I don't like change. But she came into my life and she was changing it for the better. I was willing to take more risks, and I was like, wow, that's fun. I can imagine spending the rest of my life with her. So, I mean, daily to day fun activities and hanging out with her, and I was like, yeah, she is the one. And she is the one, as you can see. We married. Anyways, so next thing is, how did your family react when you told them you were getting married? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll let you answer this one and I answer after.
Well, he had asked my parents, so they knew. So they just reacted
They said yes.
They did say yes. So they weren't surprised because they already knew. So they were excited. I think none of my family was surprised at all. They were just like, okay, well, we're ready.
Yeah, well, it was actually on Thanksgiving, so we went to my parents' house on Thanksgiving. I talked to my parents about it. I was like, listen, I'm going to propose to her, so and so. First thing my parents did, were very religious. My mom was like, we need to pray about this. Let's pray about it real quick. She's like, hey, Dele, come here. All right, Tayo. She brought all my brothers. She's like, come here. We need to talk about this, okay? This is not something you're going to mess up. This is your future. I was like, the reason why I'm talking like this African accent. My parents are Africans. But anyways, she was like, we have to pray about this. We have to bless about it. Everything is going to be right. But make sure you always put prayer first, then your family. I was like, Mom, okay, let's pray. So yeah, they reacted good. I think they're glad to have a new daughter. So that's good stuff. Now, next question. How long had you been dating when you became engaged, and how long after were you engaged did you get married? We were dating close to 1 year, 11 months.
11 months.
And yeah.
Once we got engaged in November, in Thanksgiving, we got married April 8th. So that was, 4.5 months?
4.5 months.
4.5 months?
Yeah, we don't waste time, If you know you love the person, might as well just get married.
Yeah.
So, how many guests did you invite to your wedding? Now, which one had more guests at the wedding, you or your spouse? How many guests? We kept it about 70, under 70.
Yeah, we had just a little under 70. Mid-60s, and
you had the most guests.
I guess I had the most guests. I don't have a bigger family because his family is all overseas and things like that. So I'll say in the country I have more family, but so his immediate family came, which is 4 other people, and then my immediate family came, which is.
Yeah,
6 other people.
And note to you guys, remember, she had 11 bridesmaids.
I had 11 bridesmaids, and he had 9 groomsmen, and 3 of his groomsmen were, my brother or my sister's husbands, kind of things. But yeah, it was very small, very intimate. We had our 2 families and our bridal parties, spouses and kids.
Yeah.
And that was the extent of our wedding.
Yeah.
So
it was basically family, but
just family.
No, we had fun. Now listen, don't get scared about I have to invite over 200 people. Remember that your wedding is all about you and your close friends and people you actually care about. So don't get stressed into that kind of stuff. All right. Next question. What flavor of cake did you have at your wedding? How many tiers did the cake have? I don't like cake, but yeah. What flavor of cake do we have?
Well, our cake, maybe he'll throw up a picture of it. It was 2 tiers. The biggest one was chocolate. I think we actually didn't eat our cake. I couldn't.
For the cake cutting, we
had our bite of cake for the cake cutting. I don't remember which tier we cut, so I couldn't tell you if we had the chocolate or the top tier was like a vanilla, like a butter cake with, I think, raspberry filling, and all of it was like a delicious buttercream icing. But yeah, we didn't get to eat any of our cake.
That's fine.
And that was our fault. Like, we just didn't get any.
What was the first meal your spouse ever cooked for you? Was it good? Yeah. I think the first meal I ever cooked was like pasta, corn, a bunch of other things, chicken, veggies. Of course it was good. Yes, it was good.
He cooks very good. I couldn't even tell you what the first meal was, but he cooks very, very well. It's always delicious.
She cooked broccoli for me.
That's about the extent.
Hey, broccoli is good. She makes some mean broccoli.
I can do some mean broccoli. And that's about where my skill sets lie.
No, she's good. She just has to keep practicing. She'll be fine. But, okay, next question. When did you and your spouse, what song did we dance to on our first dance? What was our first dance? Oh, yeah, it was an African song. It was called My African Queen by Two-Face Idibia. You know what I'm saying? She technically is not African, but in my eyes, she's always going to be my African queen, right? And what's she's laughing at? It's true. Yeah, it was good. It was a good song. She was dancing to it, you know? When did you have your first fight? And what was it about? It's a good one.
Our first fight.
First fight. You know what? We got to pass on that one. We fight every now and then, but you know what? At the end of the day, we make up. So that's all that matters. Never go to bed mad. True story. All right. Next question. Who said the magic words, "I love you" first? I did. I'll claim it. I did. And yeah, you know, because I was feeling it, and I was like, listen, I'm going to tell this woman. I don't care how she takes it. I don't care if she just keeps quiet, but I have to let her know. And I think she just laughed. Yeah, she basically laughed, but you know, it's fine. You know, it's whatever. You know, this happens. But a couple of months later, she said, "I love you," so whew. I was like, "Wait, what? You said you love me?" I was like, "Really?" I thought she was joking, trying to get me back, or she felt bad that I said I love you, so she had to say it back. But no, she loves me. She does.
I do.
So, what's your spouse's favorite color? What's my favorite color?
Green.
And you are blue.
Mm-hmm.
See? Green and blue. Pretty good. Pretty easy one. What is your spouse's favorite junk food? This woman can eat anything if it has bread on it. So burgers. Your favorite junk food? Mm-hmm. Burgers. Sandwiches.
Junk food.
Junk food, yeah. It's sandwiches. Sandwiches are junk food in my eyes.
It's like a meal.
What is your favorite junk food?
Chocolate.
Oh.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. All right. What is your spouse's favorite flavor of ice cream? I think you already answered this question.
Vanilla, chocolate.
Vanilla, chocolate. We didn't plan that; it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Fate.
What clothing does your spouse wear that looks best on him or her? Yeah. What do I wear that looks best on you?
Fitted shirts.
Fitted shirts. Extra small.
Extra small.
I mean, I don't know. But for her, she looks good in anything. She looks good in, I'm not just saying that, but she does. What? It's true. You look good in anything. Like, you look beautiful today. Look at her. She's dolled up and everything. I'm just wearing a V-neck shirt. Thank you. But whatever. You look good. Yeah, she looks good in everything. Next question. What do you like best about your spouse? What do I like best about you? Well, what do I like best about her? I like the fact that she is very patient with me. Yeah, I know. I mean, like I said before earlier, I'm set on plans. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. But she's patient. She sits down and she's like, fine, you know, we work it out. Sometimes I get mad, you know, I'm like, oh, Becca, why'd you do this? Whatever. She's just like, okay. And that, I react to the fact that she's calm when I'm getting mad. Because I expect a reaction from her, but she's like, okay. I don't understand how someone can be so calm. But no, I like the fact that she is a devoted wife who's always willing to listen to me, and she's always the first to say I'm sorry. So, I love that about you. All right, what about me? Talk about me. You need to know about me.
Oh man, my favorite thing about you would...
I'm listening. This is going to be good.
Would probably be how dedicated you are to anything and everything. Whatever it is, if Dele sets his mind to something, he will accomplish it. However minuscule or huge it is. It could be just something so simple that you're like, that does not even matter. Who cares if it gets done? He will make sure it gets done. And that like transfers into all areas of life, even our relationship. If he's massively dedicated to me as a person, helping me achieve my goals, making sure that I achieve my goals. Making sure. Sometimes even more than me. Like, I'll just be like, I want to do this. But he'll be like, well, you said you wanted to do it. I'm dedicated to helping you reach all of your goals. Because that's what he in turn wants as well. So he's very dedicated to our relationship, to bettering ourselves, family, everything. Just like he's always the hardest worker in the room.
Stop it.
Dedication.
So, what word best describes your spouse first thing in the morning? Grumpy. That's her. She's grumpy. Oh yeah. I'll be trying. I'm the type of like when I wake up in the morning, I'm alive because I go to the gym at 4. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. So I come back and she's just like, yeah.
Because yes, he'll go to the gym in the morning and then he'll already have his energy bumped up and he'll be like times 100, like on a whole nother energy level. And I'll be rolling out of the bed and he'll be like, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And I'm not in a bad mood or grouchy or whatever he said. I'm just like still asleep.
Oh
like,
yeah, but she needs coffee.
So a good word to describe me would be asleep.
Dead.
And then yours would be awake.
Alive. Anyways, all right. So, where would your spouse say they had the best vacation with you? Honeymoon.
Yeah, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
So far.
One of many. Now it was fun. It was hot, but it was fun because I spent time with her. I think that's the safe thing to say.
And the food was good.
Food was great, amazing, all inclusive. You guys should try that. Looking for
Hotel Ryu Palace.
Yeah, Costa Rica, good spot. Which of you eats the most junk food? What? I don't eat junk food.
I never eat junk food.
What?
Gummy bears?
It's not junk food.
What?
It's
Klondike bars?
That is not junk food.
What?
It's food. It's junk. I don't put what? I'm allowed to eat that. It's not junk food. Gummy bears. Listen, I have an addiction for gummy bears. I have to have at least something sweet in my life once a day. So
I wish that made it not junk food.
Okay, I guess I do. According to her terms. So, last question. Who's the best cook?
We already talked about that one.
Sure. I'll take it. Yeah. But no, she's learning. I think if she actually tells me, like she said earlier, if I set my mind to something, I'm dedicated. All you have to do is just tell me that you want to be a cook, and I'll make sure that you are the best chef around the area. What? True. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. That was great. Next week, stay tuned for another episode. Find out exactly what we're up to next. You never know with us. Stay tuned. See you guys. Oh, yes. And don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Videos every week, we're trying our best to make sure we come out with great content. And I think next week's episode should be pretty interesting. So, see you guys.
See ya.